Well, it is time. It's taking a bit longer than I wanted to, but that's the way it is. Now she's going into the workshop and we're starting the pulling up the transmission. Not much room here. Let's see. Key. There we go. Alright. Oh, and also. Alright. Oh, that's going straight to the floor. Okay, let's see. Once you fire up. Well, there's life-ish. Okay. There we go. All wait. Alright. There we go. What the hell? Oh, the brakes. The brakes are stuck. Alright, the piece of shit is inside the shop. Alright, look at this. Here we are. It's in the shop. And now the trouble starts. Transmission. Dang it. It does not really look like there's that much room on this one. I actually thought this hoist would be one of the bigger ones. But it doesn't look like it. It's gonna be fun. I honestly thought I had more room than this, but that's okay. Can't lift it that high, but it'll be enough for me to get under it and also get the transmission out. So we'll be starting doing that tomorrow. Well, she's up on the hoist, and now I can actually have my first proper view of my car. Let's see. Yeah, we need to fix that spring, but what is more surprising is that the emergency brake actually is working quite fine. That was a surprise. I need to, alright. And that is not leaking either. Good. What about that valve up here? No, that's okay. So, alright. Oh, it's gonna be a hell to get those out. Oh, rust. Great. But yeah, I need to start working on this because I need to get the transmission down today. So I think I will start by removing the transfer case, which shouldn't be that much of a problem because I have a center jack there and I can, well, almost everything. I just need to put some chucks under the wheels just to make sure she doesn't start rolling. But other than that, I'll get on it. Sorry guys, I can't really show you when I'm working. I'll just have to show you what I've done. But I've taken out the axle and, oh no, that's bullshit. That's the drive shaft. And I've emptied out the transmission and put a bag on the end of it. Now I need to take off the transfer case because I will not be able to lift this on my own. I need to jack everything down slowly, otherwise I'm gonna kill myself. It was easier when I had it on the ground, actually. Who would have thought I would say that, huh? Alright, so far, cross members out, drive shafts are out. That's about it. Also, the oil is out, and I have loosened every single bracket I can find. Now we just need to take these 6 bolts off, and then I can take the transfer case off. And once that is done, we just need to loosen everything else up here, and then we can take down that transmission. I do remember them both being so damn heavy that I could not lift them alone, but I'm hoping I will be able to, once they've been split. It should be easier, at least, to wrangle them around. Well, that was a lot heavier than I remember. but it's out. Oh. Right, we have another ratchet strap. Now it is supporting the transmission, which means I can move the jack down, move the center jack forward, and then we will see how much I can actually do in here. I need to unbolt everything up front and above and everywhere, and yeah, it's gonna be me. I wish I did this when I was feeling a little bit better, but it is what it is. I'll just stick with it right now. I'm not gonna tell you how hard that was. Holy sh... Let me show you. Well, it sounded easy enough, right? Transfer case, cross member, drive shafts, converter cover, take the converter off, slide the transmission back, rest it on the jack, and just gently slide it down. Yeah, I forgot how heavy that shit is. I'm not kidding. I was manhandling myself just to try to keep that in place. What I ended up doing was to run this strap under it and just use my foot to guide the strap loose down so I could slowly lower the transmission down to there. I have no idea how the heck I'm gonna get the other transmission back up, because that's a two-man job, which basically means that I'm done for today. I'll clean up the tools and put away the transmissions and everything else, and tomorrow my friends are gonna be here and we are gonna manhandle the transmission up on that jack right there, lift it up, put it in the car, make sure it does not fall out, and then start tightening everything back down the way it should be. It's gonna take me at least a couple of hours, because today was 3 hours just to get that out. Great. But other than that, I'm pretty happy. Well, at least right now. I need a cup of coffee and some painkillers, because, yeah. Okay, so transmission's in the back of the car, the converter's on it, car's back down, so at least it won't drop during the night. And I'm going to turn off the lights and I'm going to get out of here. Oh, and a little treat for you. If you can guess what this is, you are a fucking hero. Well, today we're running on painkillers and coffee, and we're gonna get that transmission in today, I hope. That was fucking amazing. That's the old one. There's the new one. It took 3 guys to wrangle that piece of transmission back into place. 3 of the bolts, 4 bolts is, 3 of the 6 bolts are in. I'm now looking for Loctite for the converter bolts so we can start in the right direction and get this done with. But holy hell, this was heavy. Our good friends are good to have. Now he's fixing the converter bolts. He's sorting out tools, and I have to see if I can wrangle this piece of transfer case into place. That's gonna be fun. Not. What a freaking nightmare. Oh. Transfer case is in. Cross member is barely holding it. Convertibles are in, but that dang bolt turns out not to be the right size, which means I need to do something smart here. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take that bolt up there, move it down here, which means that I can get the right bolt later on and tighten that one down, because that's easier to get to than that one. And then I'll start assembling everything in front, make sure that everything is in the right place. Hopefully we can start filling oil later on. Also, I found the oil leak on the car, or on the engine. Hang on a second, let me show you. It's the oil filter. I keep saying this over and over again. Make sure you get the old gasket out before you put in the new oil filter. And I think I just made that mistake myself. I think I forgot the gasket when I took the oil change. But the funny thing is I can't even remember doing an oil change in this. I have to go back and check the videos. All right. I'm trying to make this the final step of what I'm doing here. But it takes a bit longer than I expected because I'm an idiot. But the transmission is in, and this should be the last stage under the car, at least for the transmission. I now need to make sure that everything else is in order before I try to drive this to an MOT. Also, I would really like to be sure that we're not leaking every single drop of oil out of it. I had a buddy of mine check on the oil filter because that oil leak was just weird. But he told me it was like the filter wasn't really bolted on, and I'm thinking to myself, was I really that mentally unavailable at the time I did that I forgot to tighten the oil filter? I don't remember. Honestly, I don't remember. But this is finicky at best because I have to turn the damn wrench every time I get an eighth of a turn in. All right, I'll talk to you later because this is a nightmare. Oh, hang on. There you are. All right, so I'm done with the transmission, I hope. She is now in the car. And then the next thing for me is going to be to drop that spring, get it out. But I need to lift the ass of the car up. But before I do anything, I need to clear out all the tools that I've been using so that the workshop at least looks like I know what I'm doing. Then we're gonna figure out if this jack here will lift the entire truck enough for me to take off that wheel and that spring. And I'm still wondering whether I should have one or two shocks in the front, but that doesn't matter. What I'm really surprised about is I did not at any point adjust the parking brake, but it is working surprisingly well. I pulled the brake outside and I forgot I had done so. Put the car in drive and it wouldn't go. Well, that was interesting. Funny thing is, when I'm down here, I see a lot more rust than I want to. Look at that. Holy shit. But that's okay. It's a frame car, so they can't really start doing it. I need to figure out about those. That is probably gonna be me taking off the steps so I can get to work in there, but we'll look into that later. Oh, I forgot to take the wire off the shock absorber. Oops, sorry. But now it's back together again now. It was a fucking nightmare, as usual. All right, I'll get to cleaning. So I've gotten to the point where I realized that I need more wooden blocks. Let me show. I was kind of hoping that it would be enough to lift this high. Yeah. It is not really working because she stops around there, which means that I need a lot more to lift it. I need at least 3 inches, 4 inches on that side and 3 inches. So more wooden blocks. Let's take this down again. Which means I'm not gonna go anywhere further today besides today's Friday. And yeah, that's about it. But let's deal with a little mess that I made up here. That's kind of stupid. Because how the heck could I forget that? Oh, well. That's really not that hard when you're stupid. Let's see. Sorry, you're not following me on this one. Let's see. Where the heck is it? Where the heck? Oh, there it is. There we go. Bite, you bastard. Thank you. Forgetting to cut the wire on the spring, on the shock absorber. Well, at least it's not Monday, but it gives me a unique opportunity to actually watch this car from underneath without having to feel cramped or crushed or anything. I'm just enjoying this immensely. I'm not kidding. I'm having a lot of fun right now. Oh, I should maybe tighten that one up as well. But other than that, yeah, more vlogs, which means Monday, which means that I will now be cleaning up my mess, well, the rest of it, and then putting the car down on the ground. And that should be it, actually. Which means I get to take off the rest of my Friday, start shopping and enjoying myself. I think I will be enjoying myself now because this was fun. So I'll put her on the ground, fill her up with transmission fluid after I clean the floor. And yeah, that would be, oh, hang on a second, I don't have transmission fluid with me. Sometimes. All right, now it's over. It's the weekend. I will be editing and uploading this video in a couple of hours. Right now I'm heading home. To be honest, my throat doesn't feel like it's getting any better. Not that I mind sounding like Joe Cocker, but he's not around anymore and I kind of want to be, so it's time to go home and take care of myself. Just because it's a good idea. So, next video, I'll start up Monday morning because I need to fill transmission fluid, lift up her ass, which means I need more wood. Bye, guys.